Despite another down day, there seems to be increasingly positive sentiment coming out for Mullen Automotive. Hi again, everyone. I hope you're all doing really well. So obviously we had a down day in the end for Mullen Automotive, but it wasn't without its dramas. We obviously had a bit of a sell-off this morning, which I took advantage of, and I actually doubled the number of shares I'm holding in Mullen Automotive at that price point, which lowered my dollar cost average price down to about 83 cents per share. So I've doubled the number of shares I have in total. Still, it's not a big position, but you know, I kind of sort of said I was looking at increasing my interest in the stocks. I feel like, you know, I could be totally wrong here, but I feel like it could, you know, really start to take up from here. If you look at price targets for the stock, you know, they're sitting around the $3 mark. So if you give any credence to that, it's possibly a buying opportunity right now, but you know, obviously not investing advice. Following itself, we did see a spiking rally where the stock got up to 69 cents on the day. And obviously it was short-lived, only lasted about an hour before trickling down to finish down by about 7% on the day at the 60-cent mark. Now, what was behind the rally? I don't know exactly if this was the timing of it, but you know, obviously Mullen Automotive announced that they had a new sale with NRTC for only 3 of their Class 3 trucks, but you know, it sort of shows that there are people wanting to buy vehicles. Obviously, a lot of their sales are coming through the dealership of Randy Marion, and you know, they seem to get reported periodically when those sales happen. But you know, this looks like a direct business dealing with Mullen for 3 of the vehicles. Not a big deal, but you know, it obviously shows that people are wanting the stock. I suppose if you took a flip side argument on it, you could say like, well, Mullen's only doing small deals, so maybe it's not, you know, there's not that much demand for what they are offering the market in terms of their trucks, but you know, it's still a sale. Take it for what it is. It's a sale, and you know, obviously that's what we want. We're a business that sells trucks, so that we just sold some more trucks. Yeah, anyway, not a big deal, but it's something, and it kind of came around that time that the share price, you know, sort of jumped a bit, and they're going to be delivered next quarter, so you know, quick turnaround service. Anyway, in terms of what the shorts were doing with the stock today, you know, kind of more of the same. The short interest hasn't really changed much. They've technically blocked out from shorting yesterday or on Monday, and you know, obviously they can start regular shorts trading again come Tuesday now. But yeah, they were on the short seller restricted list yesterday. Interestingly, the cost to borrow has jumped a little bit. It's gone up by about 10%. So there'll be a little bit more pressure on shorts, but you know, I don't think they're too worried about that at this stage of the game. Now, what I was saying before, that there has been a bit of a change in sentiment around the stock. There's been a bit of positivity. Now, I don't give too much credence to the media in terms, especially Investor Place. And I know it's a lot of volunteer contributors there. And, you know, in fairness, Investor Place is probably like on par with listening to like YouTubers for, you know, what's going on with stocks. But they've actually had a change of tune. And this morning they actually put up an upbeat article about Mullen Automotive, basically encouraging people to buy into the stock, and they've kind of quoted the same sort of reasons that you know, many kind of know about at the moment, like being the stock buyback. Although, as I've said before, there are some problems with the stock buyback. The fact that they're delivering vehicles now, and yeah, it's kind of reiterating a lot of what like people already know about Mullen Automotive. But it was interesting to see Investor Place actually put out a positive article, because they've been perennially quite negative towards Mullen Automotive. So is it a changing of the times, or is this just a one-off by a guest contributor? Who really knows? We'll probably find out tomorrow when they put out another article on Mullen saying, oh, it's the worst stock, get out of it. But anyway, they're like, Investor Places like YouTubers, you can't put too much credence in what we say. It's not investing advice. Well, what I say isn't anyway. Yeah, anyway, so I've upped my position following today's trade. There's been some good news for the company. Yeah, we're now getting close to September 6th. I think there's only about 6 trading sessions, or 5 or 6 trading sessions left before September 6th, to see if the stock can get back to at least the $1 mark in terms of NASDAQ compliance. Otherwise, we'll see what the next level of escalation will be in that whole saga. But yeah, I'm of the mind, it's a risky kind of mindset, but I'm of the mind that I don't think we're going to get delisted, at least not now. And you know, whatever comes September 6th, I think we'll somehow navigate it. yeah, it'll be interesting. Like the company's got a lot of things in its favor to like make a case for why they shouldn't be delisted. I think if they get the issuance of delisting, they have like an appeals process which gets drawn out anyway, so the stock will still trade in that that time frame anyway. So I'm not too worried about a delisting. Yeah. Anyway, so while it was a down day, there's kind of actually a bit of positivity around the stock. I've increased my position. I'm still feeling cautiously good about Mullen Automotive. Yeah. Anyway, share your thoughts on what you think's happening with Mullen Automotive. Any more updates that that you might have heard of, drop them in the comments below. That's how I heard about the NRTC deal in my last video. Someone dropped that in the last video, which is really good. I love hearing from you guys. Until next time, everyone, may the markets trade in your favor. Cheers.